Well, hey there, people of YouTube. Well, it has been a while, hasn't it? So yeah, it has literally been 2 years since I've projected my opinions onto this platform. Because, I do have a Twitter account and I often express my thoughts there, but to actually like sit down and make videos and talk about things, that has been like literally 2 years since I've done that. And a lot of shit has changed in the last 2 years. First of all, I moved, which is why what you see in the background now is more blue than purple, because my old room was purple. Now everything is blue. And my furniture is this weird like beige sort of color. But yeah, so that happened, and I kind of don't really know where all the stuff that, like all the attachments for my camera is. I don't really know where my tripod is or anything like that. Yeah, I just have like the, like hard drives and, extra extension cords for my laptop, but all the stuff for my camera. I probably have to go downstairs for that, so I'm doing this on my phone, and I'm really hoping that's okay with you people, because yeah, I haven't done this in a while. Just bear with me, okay? So yeah, when I used to be doing this sort of thing, I would have to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I would often express my opinions on Yu-Gi-Oh! I would do like 3 videos a week. Now that I think about it, it's like I don't even remember how I found the time for that. I was like still in university at the time, and I had like literally an essay due every week or every other week, and I really don't know how I had the time to like do like 3 separate videos a week. It was literally like write the script, which took like a day and a half, and then find pictures and stuff, and or screen recording. Screen recording took forever. Because now I know where to find episodes easier. So if I ever do decide to, do it like I used to, it's gonna take like half the time to find like images and stuff, because I actually know where to find episodes now. And yeah, but I remember that process used to be just so long. And okay, so the reason why I'm kind of rambling on about like the good old days and stuff is because, okay, so I kind of ditched doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Commentary like about 2 years ago. Like a lot of personal things happened, and also I was running out of ideas, and also I was just like mentally exhausted from doing like that type of content, like trying to come up with ideas, or like it was okay to borrow ideas from other people who do this sort of content sometimes, but at a certain point it was just like everything I was doing was borrowed. And then when I did want to consistently borrow ideas from other people, then I just relied on like once a week episode reviews, and I hated doing episode reviews, because episode reviews are literally like everything has to be done within like 24 hours of the episode airing in Japan. And like I said, I was in school at the time. I just really didn't have the time for that, like to watch the episode, which first of all is a nightmare because Vrains is blocked in Canada. The rest of the world can watch it on Crunchyroll, but I can't. And then yeah, so waiting for the episode to come out, and then like watching it, and then writing out your thoughts, making sure all your thoughts are cohesive and you're not saying stupid shit, which has happened a few times. I think like episode 7, 8, or 9, one of those within the first 10 episodes. I remember mentioning something about like Emma, and I don't know, I was like, what was her purpose in this episode? Like, why was she there? And then someone in the comments pointed out like, oh, you're so stupid. She was like there because of this, and she actually played an important part of the episode. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't realize that. So yeah, I felt like my episode reviews were failing because I didn't want to do them. I didn't have the time, and I just like wanted to give it up altogether. And at the same time, I also got into AMVs, and AMVs actually, I stuck with that for literally 2 years. Like the second I stopped doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Commentary, I started doing AMVs full time, joined that community, and yeah, like then I started doing like MEP parts multiple times a week instead of just like doing 3 separate Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos a week or once a week, whatever. I would like work on MEP parts, and MEP parts started taking up all my time because I was like so into it, and I even became like leader of 2 studios on YouTube, and I really love that. I really loved being the leader of those studios. And in the end I left them, but it wasn't really because I didn't want to do it anymore or I got fed up. It was for a whole other reason. Yeah, a lot of shit has happened between me and not really that community as a whole, because I still think that community is great, but I was betrayed by the closest people, like the people who I considered my closest friends in that community, and like it just really was devastating. And I don't know, I used to just be so close with these people, and now it's like I blocked them on Discord and Twitter because things got so bad. And I just decided that, like, okay, you know what? Like, I was going through a shit ton of stress these last few months regarding editing. Like, I had to literally minimize my MEP parts from like 15 parts to like just like 15 parts a month on average to like around 3. And then when I was at that point where I was doing 3 MP parts a month and I was like always stressed all the time and I wasn't sleeping, this shit happens with these people, and then I was just like, you know what, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to, you know, deal with this. So yeah, now I am kind of not in, like, in regards to YouTube, in regards to YouTube, like my YouTube channel is not associated with a specific community. So that's why I kind of wanted to do like a fresh start. So what I was thinking of doing is maybe doing anime reviews. Like, either, I've narrowed it down to 2 things actually. So it's either going to be anime reviews or maybe just like some general blog posts, like, or like self-help, because, you know, in the last few months I've been dealing with like a shit ton of stress, like both from editing and just like other aspects of my life, like my job and all that. Yeah, I just looked for a bunch of like self-help videos, like how to get over cutting off people, or, you know, like I'm diabetic, so it's like looked up videos with like people, like, yeah, why can't I talk? Okay, so I looked up people that also have diabetes and like if they're going through similar things that I have, because my diabetes has been acting like pretty weird the past few months, which also added to my stress. I get anxiety pretty easily, okay? And yeah, it causes like a bunch of problems in my life. But yeah, so it would probably be like, I don't know, just videos of me talking to you about my personal experiences with things and seeing if I could help other people. But I think because for the last like 2.5 years my channel's always been associated with either Yu-Gi-Oh or anime, then like maybe the anime reviews might attract more people. So I'm kind of leaning towards that. I mean, there have been like a lot of like anime that I watched a lot of anime in the last 2 years. Like my anime list went from like 0 to like 200 like within the span of 2 years. And yeah, so I found myself at so many points like, oh, like I just binge watched this whole thing in one night and I want to talk about it, but I never had the time to, and because I was like always editing MEP parts, I always had things to do. So yeah, I was thinking maybe I'll do that. But let me guys, I really can't talk, okay? I told you, I haven't done this in like 2 years, so just bear with me, okay? So you guys let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see. I assume that like the people who used to be attracted to my channel, like the 3,000 subscribers, have just kind of like forgotten about me, because like I haven't been doing the content that got me 3,000 subscribers, so I'm guessing they all left. But if any of you guys are left, and if any of you are watching this, please let me know in the comments if you want me to do that sort of thing. But yeah, what I actually wanted to make this video about, and holy shit, it's been 9 minutes, is, okay, so new Yu-Gi-Oh series is coming out, and no, I'm not going to be doing like solely Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'm never going to do that ever again, because there are people that do that who are much better at doing it than me, who are more passionate about it, and, you know, actually watch the episodes on Wednesdays. I usually wait like until Tuesday nights to watch the new Vrains episode. So yeah, but once in a while I do have an opinion, and I'll make like a one-off video like this is what I generally think about Yu-Gi-Oh! And yeah, so I think maybe that's what I'll do. That's kind of what I'm doing now, but I had to sort of throw in like a channel update and where I've been, because it has been a long time. But yeah, so apparently we're getting a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Do we get a female protagonist? Oh, we still don't know. I'm thinking no, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a sort of certain formula, like, you know, male protagonist, 13 to 18 years old. That formula seems to work for them, so I think they're just gonna stick with that. All we know is that it has something to do with the 20th anniversary of the series, so I don't know, it would have made sense if they saved the Arc 5 thing for the 20th anniversary instead of doing it like at the time of Arc 5. Did they do it for, was the reason why they did it for Arc 5 because it was like a 15th anniversary type of thing? I don't really remember. It has been a while since I watched Arc 5, but yeah, I think a 20-year anniversary would have made more sense to do that type of thing, like bring back characters, you know, fan service. But yeah, so now everyone's kind of leaning towards like, is this going to be a reboot of DM? I swear to God, I really hope not. Because yeah, I am not the biggest fan of DM, to be honest. When I was younger, yeah, I love that shit. But now that we've had like 6 different Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, it's more towards the bottom. And so I'm just really hoping it's not gonna be a reboot. Actually, I don't really know what else other direction they can go in, actually, like for a 20th anniversary, because like when Power Rangers, I know the blasphemy of talking about Megaforce, but when they had their 20th anniversary thing, they sort of did that thing where they brought back characters solely for nostalgia, even though the whole season was not very good. They also took that route as well, so I don't know, it's like, what can you do besides rebooting and bringing back characters? I think it's gonna be tied in with, specifically with the card game, and but they also did that in Arc 5, didn't they? They had like all the summoning methods, or maybe there's gonna be a new type of summoning method that like calls upon the old summoning method. I don't really know. Like if there's a new type of summoning method where, I don't know, it can be like synchro summoning at the same time as XC summoning, and it's like a combination of the two. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but yeah, we don't know much about what's going on. I'm just hoping that it's not a reboot. If they decide to do the Arc 5 thing and bring back characters, like, yeah, I'd be down for that, because that's one of the reasons why I love Arc 5. Like, Arc 5, I have like a whole list of fucking reasons why I love it, and that's one of them. So if they decide to do that again, I don't mind. I'm cool with that. Like, you do you, Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, so yeah, I don't really have much to say on it because that's literally all I've heard about it. But you know what? I'm like 10 to 12 episodes behind on Vrains right now. I'm thinking that I'm just gonna binge watch the ending of Vrains like all in one shot. I'm like at episode 105 right now, and yeah, just like, because I think from what I've heard from like rumors and stuff and Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, you know, that's like Vrains is gonna end around episode 120, and if that's the case, I'm just gonna not watch it until the whole thing is over, and then just watch the last 15 episodes in one shot, and then maybe I'll make a video like it solely focuses on Vrains, but where it's at right now, because it hasn't ended yet, I'll give like my current thoughts about it. I kind of am not really the biggest fan of Vrains. Honestly, I'm not really the biggest fan of a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of DM. I'm not the biggest fan of 5Ds. Basically, my 2 favorites are GX and Arc 5. And, you know, Zexal is also chill. But, you know, like, Vrains, 5Ds, and DM, I'm just like, yeah, I like it because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! But if it, like, didn't have Yu-Gi-Oh! Attached to the title, I probably would have never watched it out of my own free will. But, yeah, so not the biggest fan of Vrains, to be honest. I think it had a pretty decent start, but you know, in the first 50 episodes you notice like a shit ton of production issues. Like within like the first 30 episodes, we had like what, 4 recap episodes if I remember correctly. That was like actually freaking ridiculous. Like, we don't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, imagine. Do you guys hear my dog in the background? I apologize for that. He's like blind and he's diabetic, so he's just dealing with a lot of shit right now. Okay, this is probably like a really, I did not expect the dog to bark and then my parents to fight over the dog barking, but yeah, that's what's happening. Gotta deal with, moving on. Do I stop recording this and start all over? I kind of don't want to. Do I just keep going on with this? You know what? We've been here 15 minutes. We're just gonna roll the punches, and yeah, like this is already didn't have any organized formats because I don't know where my camera is. Not gonna throw this into Premiere and try to edit it nicely because it's just been a bit too long, and I would only start doing edited videos again if I ever decide to do this like I used to do, like once a week, find pictures and whatever. And yeah, but for now this is just me spewing out my thoughts, so that is what this video is going to be. And if you don't like that, well, I'm not gonna do it like, you know, 3 times a week. Like, it's gonna be like just once in a while, just me like, hey iPhone, what's up? Okay, so yeah. What was I talking about before? I really can't talk. Oh my god, I'm so out of practice with talking to the internet. Okay, so Vrains, not the biggest fan because, okay, the beginning had a pretty good start in terms of plot. The production issues, whole other story. Like, you can see they recycled footage of Link summoning. The animation was shit at times. Like, they had moments of good animation and then other moments of shit animation, and then when you see those moments of shit animation, that's all that sticks inside your brain. And yeah, so I don't know, like the first 50 episodes had like a really good plot. I freaking love Ryoken. Ryoken is like my husband. And yeah, so I was into that. I was like keeping up with it. I was watching it once a week. I even did like episode reviews of like the first 19 episodes. And then season 2, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I don't know. I know some people are really into it, like, yeah, this is the shit. I was just like, no. Like, I feel like once they introduced Takeru, you know what, and I love Yukikachi. Like, Attack on Titan is literally like my favorite show ever, and you know, he voices Eren, and he also voices a lot of other anime characters that I became obsessed with in the past 2 years that I haven't been watching anime. But like, why did you have to go and voice Takeru? Because I really just don't like him. It's like, you already had characters within the first 50 episodes which like didn't get that much attention, like Emma, Akira, even Aoi, for God's sake. Like, Hot Dog Senpai, like all of those people didn't get enough attention in season 1, and you think, oh, season 2, they're finally gonna get their chance to shine. And then, no, because we gotta introduce this little shithead, Takeru, and I don't know, like, have him take the place of other characters, and I just really did not like that. It's like, develop the characters you already have before adding in other characters, and I don't know, that just freaking pissed me off. And he also, like, whined a lot, and I know basically all the characters have something in their life to whine about. I find his was just like too excessive for me, and I just don't like him. I used to hate him with a burning passion, pun intended, but now I just kind of like tolerate his existence. Maybe because, you know, he's voiced by Yukikachi and I freaking love him, but yeah, I'm not a fan of Takeru, and that's why I started like zoning out like around like episode 80 or so. Like, that's when I was really like, oh, it's Wednesday, should I watch Yu-Gi-Oh? No, I'm gonna go watch something else. I'm gonna go watch, I don't know, Tokyo Ghoul or something. And yeah, so that's like when I just started to like lose interest in Vrains, and Vrains just started going lower and lower on the hierarchy of the Yu-Gi-Oh series. If I ever made a tier list, it would not be in the S tier. I don't know where I would put it. I could make a video about that at some point, maybe. I don't know. That'd be a pretty interesting idea. But yeah, at this point, Vrains, that's how I'm gonna leave it at. I'm not the biggest fan of Vrains. I just gave you a couple of reasons why. But if you want me to go into more detail about that, maybe I'll make a whole separate video just on that. But yeah, it's really not. This is currently 20 minutes long, and yeah, I don't intend to make my videos 20 minutes long because who freaking has the time for that? But yeah, this was just because I haven't spoken on the internet in like, well, I mean YouTube, in 2 years. So this is kind of like making up for the 2 years that I didn't really talk on the internet. So yeah. And now everyone is slowly talking over me. I hear my mom in the background, now my sister, and I am a mess. I'm a loser, I'm a hater, I'm a user, I am all that. Okay, I'm really gonna have to end this now, but I am not starting over. I toughed it out through all this. I'm not starting over. I said what I had to say, so that's what it's going to be. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked hearing this rambling nonsense, I'm glad I made your day in a way. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for now. So hopefully I'll see you guys again in the future. That all depends on how I feel, and also if I have people encouraging me in the comments or outside of comments, like on Discord or whatever. Yeah, but we'll see how I feel. So thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.